Light overwhelms the darkness, changing the world around it with hope, peace, purpose, beauty, and truth. When Jesus spoke again to the people, he said, "I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me will never walk in darkness, but will have the light of life." The light shines brightly into a dark world through the ministry of MBC. MBC is a meeting place where guests and staff alike are renewed in their faith journey with Jesus Christ, connected to others in meaningful relationship, and equipped to be the hands and feet of God in their communities, a hub of thought leadership and spiritual growth.
I think it's really hard considering all the things that the world says you can find your identity in, and I think for me it's just been that constant drive to try and find that in the Lord. I'm also surrounded by so many people that are helping me to develop my relationship with the Lord. It really helps you to grow into who you aspire to be.
MBC is like a greenhouse. You come to, you get protected from the world to be then sent back out. And so having an environment where students can be discipled, to learn from, to grow from, and have people walking beside us as we do so.
It's been pretty special. Having my dad here this week, it's been refreshing because we've had time to relax, but we've also had time to just talk, listening to the speakers, being refreshed and encouraged in the journey that we're on.
One major thing for me was being able to share my testimony and as well being able to share my faith. Just learning how to be able to do that.
Yeah, I personally really liked listening to everyone's testimonies, relating to them, and just seeing how God really worked in everyone's lives.
And then when I went back to school last summer, that's when I really realized that nobody can stop me from talking about my faith, and that's what really helped me cope with it, is that I just never stopped myself from talking about it. I think the biggest thing with living in a dorm with all of these people is that we can learn from each other's mistakes and kind of grow from each other's experiences and kind of just encourage each other.
Coming here, there was just new voices speaking and confirming what you're trying to teach.
We've been coming here for now about 10 years, but I've seen families that have been coming here for generations, and so we would like to be one of those families coming here for generations.
Yeah, it was just really good reminders and then good teaching about how to flesh that out in real life. Family is God's design, and it's something that we need to listen to what God has to say about it.
And this is a very good experience, and this is a very good time for us. And that helps us to know deeper about Jesus Christ, and that helps us to be resilient. So I really like the theme for this week.
Here at MBC, you get biblical teaching all summer to parents and to students. Students get to be in an environment where they can make friends, they can be cared for by student leaders and leaders who genuinely love them. They get away from the world and grow as a family.
Talk about an adventure. MBC is in an unprecedented position to impact the Christian faith. Every year, more than 17,000 plus guests infuse this blessing back into local churches and communities across Ontario and beyond.
6 kids have become 18 grandchildren, and those grandchildren are now on the grounds.
The thing is, you know that verse, we have no greater joy than to know our children walk in truth. Well, that's what my dad and mom really saw. They didn't have a lot of resources, but they looked at this as being the work of eternity. You know, we are a very small link in a very big chain.
Yeah.
And we're pilgrims here, we're not settlers, and we can't take a thing with us.
Join us. Build into your family.
Our year-to-date donations are $740,000, which is amazing. Our overall objective for the year is $1,070,000. The best way to achieve this goal of $1,070,000 is for each family to collectively put their arms around this ministry by donating $200 before the end of the year.
It's like the multiplication that Jesus demonstrated the disciples. When the young boy gave his fish and his loaves of bread to Jesus, he took those and he multiplied them to bless thousands. In the same way, when you as our MBC family gives toward the ministry here, God is going to take that and he's going to multiply that and bless the thousands of people that are ministered to through the ministry of MBC and Widjitowin.
And this single action across 2,500 families will be multiplied by God many times over. It's just an incredible opportunity, really a transcendent opportunity for MBC. First of all, to invest in the community itself, but to invest beyond the community, reaching into 1,000 churches, 1,000 communities across the province. We just are so appreciative of the contributions, of the sacrificial giving made to date, and we encourage you to finish the year off with us, in a manner that really honors God.